turned up that audio gain a bit. Oh, I see some comments. Z, leaving LA. Indio. I know I've been there. It's been a while. The Batgirl's here. Z says, met Alice Cooper. Yeah, I saw your picture. Also, Bill Ward and Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath. Oh, bassist and drummer. Geezer wrote most of the lyrics. Wow, that's awesome. 2.5 hours from home. Very cool. I went back yesterday just for grins, and I listened to some of the broadcasts from Friday, and I wasn't happy with the audio volume. So I just turned it up a little bit. Not much. So I wanted to get a sound check. Mostly I sing out here. So kind of a sound check with the guitar audio. I thought it sounded good at first when I started talking. Then when I started singing and got away from the mic a little, the volume dropped. A bit louder. Not too loud though. I didn't turn it up a lot. Just sounds good. Great. Okay. Glad of that. Welcome, my tribe. As always, these shirts drive me insane when the neckline's uneven. My OCD just goes in the stratosphere. Sounds good tonight. Okay. We're still dialing things in. Amy says, remember, it was a bit low on the phone the other night, but wasn't low on my laptop. Yeah, that's a good point. Sources are going to be different. So I was just going by the replay right here on YouTube. It was good when I started talking, like tonight. But once I started singing and kind of turned away from the mic, I wasn't like, feet away, but the audio dropped. So I wanted to turn it up just a little bit. I did get that broadcasting software just a little bit ago. I downloaded it to my laptop. So it's working. The only thing I can do with it right now is this is the only microphone that will connect to my laptop with the USB-C connector. So I think I might give it a try, just do some private ones just to see how it goes. And then I have to get an interface, which will allow me to use vocal and guitar, like what I'm running through right now through my my Sapphire. But at least I got the software downloaded, verify that it works. I've got audio, I've got video. The video is really grainy on that laptop. It should be a superior camera to this one because this is a mid 2010. But Uh, we'll see. So anyway, I'm getting there one step at a time. And he says, tonight is great. Good idea. All right. Let's get some music going. So we're continuing to test I got everything pretty much set up the way it was the last two nights. So we'll see how good this sounds. Well, I love everything about you, and I love the way you comb your hair. I love the way you sashay in the room. Your perfume lingers in the air. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. And I love the way you lick your lips, dear. You've got fireworks in your hair. And I love the way you bring me water when I'm thirsty in your bed. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. You were surely kissed by angels. Just look at the freckles on your face. You've got the devil in your eyes. You disappear without a trace. Well, I love sneaking up behind you when you're looking in the mirror. The way your eyes lock into mine, dear. Without guilt and without fear, I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. I love everything about you. Whoa, about you. All right, little my buddy Steve Poltz kicking off this edition of Soulful Sunday. This afternoon, I had coffee left over from this afternoon, so I've got some Ovaltine. I picked that up a few months ago. Haven't had that since I was a kid, but it's got a nice mocha flavor to it, so it adds a little bit to that. So I thought rather than dumping it, I'd just go ahead and drink it. I don't know if you guys can see it on this my ring finger on my left hand. I've right on the inside, I've got this callus that showed up about a week ago, and it's sore. And the only thing I can figure is some of these new songs I've been playing, like America, and I don't know what else. I think the way I've been making the chords like and capoed up on the neck, I've been using that inside of that finger more where I haven't used it before, and it's got this little sore nodule. So I've been doing using my massage anatomy, so cross fiber frictioning and all that kind of stuff to try to get it down. So I have to be mindful every once in a while. I hit that thing, it's right in the middle of a song, and I never know when. So I'm having to pay more attention to that. Also, so Amy, I've been working on that Tom Petty song since it's not something that I know. I can't hear it in my head, so it's going to take me a little while to learn that. But I do want to learn it. I've been playing along with it. It's an E. So as Steve always says, the people's key. Anyway, and he said, nice. Yeah, little callus on the ring finger on my toes. That's funny. Yeah, I'm working on it. I'll get it down. Maybe by Wednesday, hopefully. Something to look forward to. Gene's here. Put some Windex on it. Yeah, that's not going to do it, but I appreciate it. I might have to just trim it down a little. It's really sore, so I haven't wanted to do that yet. So we'll see. I love the line, I got a radio. Yeah, I do like that song. It's got a good sound and beat to it. Simpler times, definitely. All right. Hopefully the audio on that didn't drop as much. And you guys might not have noticed it last week during the performance. I just noticed it when I went and listened to the playback. When I was singing, for some reason, if I moved away from the mic or whatever, the audio would drop more than I wanted it to. So I just turned up the audio gain a little bit. So we will eventually get there with all of this transition and new setup and all that kind of stuff. Let's do a double shot of Steve Poltz. I think this is good for a Sunday. If you look to the east where the sun never sets, I'll be there at the top of the stairs, you could bet. So just pick up the phone, make a call, all your own. I'll be there when you say your last little prayer. La la la, la la, la la. You hold your head in your hands, and I don't have a way to climb inside your body and just hang out and stare. And everybody's asking when you're coming back, and I don't have an answer, so I fade out in the black. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away. Fade away. Well, in I walk so slowly, the broken glass outside. I tread in oh so cautiously, I'm wondering where you hide. And I got notes stacked on my walls, and kisses oh so sweet. And all I do is wonder when again the two shall meet. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away, fade away. Do you hear me talking to you? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up. I said, oh, good morning, I miss waking up with you. $100 phone bill multiplied by 5. Hey, you look like a phone to me. Hey, are you still alive? And dirty plates and bottles, well, they decorate my floor. And I got lots of so-called friends just knocking on my door. Who knows how I feel today? I suppose I'll slowly fade away, fade away. Do you hear me talking to you? Oh, hello again. How do you do? Good morning, I miss waking up. I said, oh, good morning, I miss waking up with you. Oh, all right. There's a double shot of Steve Poltz kicking off this edition of Soulful Sunday. Oop. Gene said, I'm going to restart. Audio keeps skipping on me. Oh, that's weird. Does anybody else have audio problems? Batgirl says it sounds great. I just remembered something out of the blue. Gene I was going to play a request for Gene today because I had something else on Friday. Is that right? I'm just remembering it. Amy says no audio problems. Okay. Oh, was it Bon Jovi? Because I played You Got to Make a Memory. Oh, I think that was it. Did I say I was going to play Hallelujah? Wait until Gene restarts and we'll see. I think so. My muse just reminded me of that. Amy says yes. Okay, I thought so. All right, we'll make sure I get that one in the rotation tonight. Well, afternoon here, night for pretty much everybody else. Let's slide on up and do this one from Country Strong. When the stars line up, you catch a good break. People think you're lucky, but you know it's grace. And it can happen so fast, or a little bit late. Timing is everything. And I've had close calls when it could have been me. And I was young when I learned just how fragile life can be. I lost friends of mine, guess it wasn't my time. Timing is everything. And I could have been a child that God took home, and I would have been one more unfinished song. When it seems a ride's hard to find, that's when one comes along just in time. Well, I remember that day when our eyes first met. You ran into the building to get out of the rain because you were soaking wet. And as I held the door, you wanted to know my name. Timing is everything. And I could have been another minute late. You never would have crossed my path that day. When it seems true love is hard to find, that's when love comes along just in time. Well, you can call it fate, destiny. Sometimes it really seems like it's a mystery. You can be hurt by love or healed by the same. Timing is everything. And it can happen so fast or a little bit late. Timing is everything. My friend Steve Flowers used to sing my Friday night lives at the coffee shop. I believe that's true. And I do as well. I blew a chord there. I haven't played that in a while. Oh, no, I didn't. I just, I didn't stay on the C long enough. All right. Hang on. I got this Adobe Flash trying to hijack my screen again. All right. Gene said, yes, hallelujah. Okay, good. No more skips. Yay. All right. Yeah, well, I'm capoed on the 5th. Again, not because I'm lazy, but got another Steve Poltz song here on the 5th fret. I do on occasion. Is it on the 5th? Yeah. Don't change your answers on the test. All right. I only had 1 minute left on my calling card. I was halfway around the world and it was raining really hard. And I only had a couple of aspirin and a half a can of beer. So swallowed it down for courage, but it's still pretty hard to hear. It's only 3 words that I wanted to tell you, but it would be easier if you were here and I could smell you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake. I'll scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I'll get soaked in sin, but I'll fall right back into your arms again. I ordered 4 cans of Tuies, and I set them on the trunk. Had a long conversation with a hopeless drunk. And I only had 5 tickets, 6 new friends. So Woodham had a hissy fit and drove off in her Mercedes-Benz. Words have fallen, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, I scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I get drenched in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. So we played 7 cards stud, and I had a royal flush. I took out your picture and started to blush. And I only had 8 lives. Most cats got 9. Meow. So I skipped out on the bungee jumping just this time. Just this time. There's only had 10 chances to say I love you. Words are falling, I don't know. They drift, they pass, they melt like snow. I know I may be a flake, I'll scrape my knees and make mistakes. I may lose, but mostly win. Sometimes I get soaked in sin, but I fall right back into your arms again. Hey, I'll collapse into your loving arms again. Yeah, I fall right back into your arms again. All right. My friend Steve Pulse via Australia. Boy, there's a lot of string buzzing going on. I kept thinking the capo wasn't clamped down enough, and it was not happening on open strings where it would have been buzzing if the capo was not clamped down. So it was me. Well, I don't play some of these often enough. I don't get as good a sound out of the fretting as I should have. Mike McCabe's in the house. Good to see you, brother. Welcome from up in Michigan. Amy in Ohio. And the Zenses are in India on their way back from Burbank for a Hollywood signing show. So we've got California. We've got Iowa, Michigan, and Arizona. So it's kind of a big heart. So always I find a way to map out a heart for our love connection. All right, Gene. By request on Friday. So some Leonard Cohen via Bon Jovi. Well, I heard there was a secret chord that David played to please the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor four, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. Well, she tied you to a kitchen chair, and she broke your throne, and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the Alleluia. 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 Well, now, baby, I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. It's not your flag on that marble arch, no. Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Well, there was a time when you let me know what's really gone on below. Now you never show that to me, do you? But remember when I moved in you, and the holy dove was moving too, and every breath we drew was hallelujah. 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 Well, now I believe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who after you. And it's not a flag on that marble arch, no. Love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Ooh, it's been a little while. A little rusty on that one, but we got it out there for Gene by request on Friday. Gene says, thanks so much. You're welcome. So again, not because I'm lazy, I'm already capoed here on the 4th fret. Dusting off a few of these songs I haven't done in a while. Let's do another Steve Poltz from via Australia. Ride with the top down, and all the boys stare. The center of a magazine, your wind-blown hair. I could have tried to get deeper inside, so sat there alone and slowly got fried. Hope it's only pretend, and this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures, I've got your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the records, leave me the Motown stacks. Leave me the Motown and the stacks. I broke down in Grimsby, I missed you so bad. I felt like a fifth wheel, I smile when I'm sad. And all of the whiskey in the world couldn't stop my heart from beating. Spun like a top. Hope it's only pretend, and this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures, I've got your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the albums, leave the Motown and the stacks. Yeah, leave me the Motown and the stacks. Screw these damn cell phones, the cancer in my head. This genetic chicken makes me feel like I'm dead. Can argue for hours and miles in the night till I just pass out. The fluorescent light, hope it's only pretend, and this is the end. I've got piles of old pictures, I've got your clothes on my racks. You can keep most of the albums, leave me the Motown and the stacks. I've got piles of old memories of you and me down by the tracks. You can keep most of the vinyl, leave me the Motown and the stacks. Leave me the Motown and the stacks. All right, there's another Steve Poltz via Australia, where he wrote and recorded that song. We're going to slide on down the neck here to the 3rd fret. Gene had said, thanks. Amy says, great rendition. Love that Stack song. Thank you. Me too. Or as I always say, for emphasis, me 3. This old man and me, we're in a bar and we are having us some beers and swapping I don't cares. Talking politics, blonde and red-haired chicks, old dogs and new tricks, and habits we ain't get. They talked about God's grace and all the hell we raised. And then I heard the old man say that God is great, very is good, and people are crazy. He said I fought 2 wars, been married and divorced. What brings you to Ohio? He said, damned if I know. We talked an hour or 2 about all the girls we knew, what all would put them through, like 2 old boys will do. Talked, pondered life and death. He lit a cigarette. So these damn things will kill me. God is great, there is good, and people crazy. Last call was 2 a.m. I said goodbye to him. I never talked to him again. Then one sunny day, saw the old man's face, front page obituary. He was a millionaire, left his fortune to some guy he barely knew. His kids are mad as hell, but me, I'm doing well. So I stopped by today, just say thanks and pray. I left a 6-pack there on his grave. I said, God is great, there is good, and people are crazy. God is great, there is good, and people are crazy. Yeah. God is great, there is good, and people are crazy. Oh, all right. Just enough pucker to pull that one out. Let's see. Caught up on check-ins or comments. Amy says, thank you. You're welcome. Thanks for that request some years ago. I do like to come back to that one every so often. Down on the 2nd fret, let's do a Steve Poltz song he had on the soundtrack to that Michael Keaton movie, Jack Frost, some years ago. You can say you're coming back, you can say you're leaving. Wish that you would let me know so I could stop my grieving. And if the road come back to haunt me, am I gone and I do not know? The sky come back to taunt me, am I gone and I'm feeling low? Gone and I'm feeling low. Don't talk of things you don't understand. No, don't discuss what you don't know. It never did you any good, no. Don't leave your things where you've got baggage hanging around. It only makes it hard to walk this town. You can say you're coming back, you can say you're leaving. Wishing you would let me know so I could stop my grieving. And when the clouds roll back, I think of you. The springtime makes me grin, and every time I turn around, you're leaving again. Here's one I haven't done in, some of these I haven't done in a while. I needed to get back to some of those, staples in the rotation. And he said, I was just talking about that song, People Are Crazy, earlier tonight. And there you go. This is my muse. And she continues to pitch songs for me to do. So let's do this one. I got to think about the opening. Some of these are similar, and I get at the opening of another song in my head, and I have to stop and go, okay. You know there's a light shines on the front porch. Don't forget the keys under the mat. As childhood stars shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church 'cause your mama says to. Visit Grandpa with a chance that you can. Won't be a waste of time. Always stay humble and kind. All the doors say, please say thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, and don't lie. I know you've got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When the dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in's realized, let yourself feel the pride and always stay humble and kind. Don't expect a free ride from no one. Don't hold a grudge or a chip in ears wide. Bitterness keeps you from flying, and always stay humble and kind. Know the difference between sleeping with someone and sleeping with someone you love. Love you ain't no pickup line, so always stay humble and kind. All the doors say, please say thank you. Don't steal and don't cheat and don't lie. I know you've got mountains to climb, but always stay humble and kind. When those dreams you're dreaming come to you, when the work you put in's realized, let yourself feel the pride and always stay humble and kind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When it's hot out, eat a root beer popsicle. Shut off the AC and roll the window down. Let that summer sun shine and always stay humble and kind. Don't. Oh, why do I blank on this last one? Oh, why do I blank on this last? I blank on the second verse or this last one. On this last line. Because I haven't done it in a little while. It's something about love. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget to turn back around. Help the next one in line. And always stay humble and kind. There we go. We got it back. The second verse on that one about don't expect a free ride. I blank on that one. I got it tonight, and then sometimes I blank on this one. All right. My muse gave me another one a couple songs ago. Let me just check the tuning on this low E. Bring it back up. I had to tune it down as I was moving down the fret. Let's get caught up here. She says, driving again, still listening. Yay. Thanks for checking in from California. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting till the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, then I'll watch them roll away again. I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, he's sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. Ain't got nothing to live for, look like nothing gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, he's sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Look like nothing gonna change, everything remains the same. I can do what 10 people tell me to do, so I guess I'll remain the same. I'm just sitting here, resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. 2,000 miles I've roamed just to make this dock my home. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, he's sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I blinked for a second on that last chord. Haven't done that in a while. Took me 3 and I went, oh, okay, that's what it is. Let's see. All right. I saw a YouTube short, little interview with Kathy Westmoreland. It was from quite a few years ago. She was the really, really high alto singer for Elvis. And they played a short clip from the Hawaiian wedding song, which I don't know, from Blue Hawaii. And where he had the mic. It was one of his last, I think it was the last concert that it was a CBS special they did in June of 77. Just a few months before he passed away. And he walked up to her and sang it, the ending of it with her. It was really good, touching. So that inspired me to pull out something from Blue Hawaii. Let's see. Ku'i poa mo See the sweet Hawaiian rose, see it blossom, see it grow. That's the story of our love. Ever since we said hello, Ku'ipo, I love you more today than yesterday. I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. As the years go passing by, we'll recall our wedding day. I will be there by your side. You will always hear me say, oh, I love you more today than yesterday. But I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. Ku'ipo, Ku'ipo, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. Ku'ipo, Ku'ipo, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. There we go. Oh, felt like a little in the mood for a little Elvis. Amy said, thank you. Oh, that was, yeah, Dock of the Bay, little Otis Redding. I know your mom loved that song. My muse pitched me that a couple songs ago and said, make sure you do that one. So I did. All right. Well, we're just about down to the end here. Feel like Nita says thanks. She's welcome. Yeah, Amy's mom loved that song. Let's end on Amy's bedtime lullaby. That sounds like a good one for a Soulful Sunday. When you go to sleep at night, remember to let your soul take flight. If you drift away too far, I'll ride a moonbeam where you are. The stars are calling, and I am falling. As you lay your head to sleep, counting heartbeats instead of sheep, just breathe my name and call me there, and I'll sprinkle stars in your hair. The moon is calling, and I am falling. If I could lay you down to sleep, praying the Lord your soul to keep, the night is calling, and I have fallen. So sleep you well, my turtle dove, you'll forever be my one true love. there we go for this edition of Soulful Sunday. Working through this new audio system setup and this YouTube platform. So kind of settling in, and glad we got comments that are working. So that's always great. So we can interact. Nita says, "Anxious welcome." Gene, such a lovely evening. Thank you. You're welcome. Amy says, "Thanks for the music." You're welcome. Mike, thanks for checking in. As always, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to have Michigan in the house. Ohio's in the house. California. Arizona via California is in the house. Z's they're going to probably be crossing the state line probably in 15 minutes or less. And then on their way home. So safe travels to you guys. And thanks as always for checking in. And as always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy, keeping those immune systems bolstered up. Z and Nita, safe travel mercies on the road tonight. Be safe out there. Come home to Arizona safely. Always look forward to looking at the photos you've been posting. So those are awesome. Living vicariously through you for all of those. Mike says, "Thanks. You're welcome. Thanks for checking in." All right, my tribe. Enjoy what's left of your Soulful Sunday as you slide into the week, whatever that brings you. I will be back, same bat time and channel, for Wind Down Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain, right here on my new channel, Bruce Baby Music on YouTube. So we're exploring this new platform. Glad we found a home here. And I think yesterday's count or today was up to 743 videos. So that's well over 100 per year for the last 6 years. So I'm so glad I found a place to park those as Facebook started deleting them in October. So huge part of my musical legacy, and so are all of you for checking in. Enjoy doing these shows. You're welcome, Z. And so, yeah, these are taken well into the night to process on YouTube. And I get up in the morning. I go to the live tab that it creates for these, rename it, and then save it as a new one. And usually within a half hour, it's back under the right at the top of the all the videos list. So I'm pretty diligent. I'm very diligent about going in and getting them processed as soon as we're done here. So I will do that with this one tonight. All right, gang, have a great rest of your Sunday. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the requests. Thanks for allowing me to share my music with you, and we will see you next time.